Ahoy, me hearties! Joining us tonight is the one, the only, Tana the Fierce! Our cutthroat pirate, Gildak! And everybody's favorite warlock, Wikipedia Weatherby! Everybody dressed up tonight for me to kill their characters. It's so sweet of them. I kid, I can't do that tonight to them. But we at the Four Rings Inn wish everybody a very spooky Halloween and to enjoy the show, if ye dare. Gather around and listen up, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names. A halfling with a covenant of charm and trickery, a one-armed dwarf with an eye for revenge, and a warrior princess with beastly strength.
I swear to tell no fetch tale as your loyal innkeeper of the evening, and together we'll sail through rough waters, meet foes worthy of myth, and cause more mischief than chaos herself. Welcome, me hearties, to their Gilded Voyage.
As the depressed guppy sails westbound, the sun setting at your backs, a thick fog rolls in. The air is still and heavy, and the haze becomes thicker and thicker. Wikipedia, you would know, back home, they are currently celebrating Lukol, a holiday in which everybody will farm through the night in order to thank the moon god Saloon for protecting your crops from the undead. But tonight, you are quite far from home. Currently, the Admiral is at the helm and calls out to the ship, Captains, a moment? Who heeds the Admiral's call?
Can I hear him all the way under?
Yeah, he shouts loud enough for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go up the 2 decks to get to him.
Cool.
I'll be just kind of leaning over the crow's nest, just kind of listening in onto what's going on without going down yet.
Okay. And Tanya, are you staying on the deck or just watching, or are you coming up to meet him?
I'll go up to him.
Cool. Kildek, as you leave the lower decks and get onto the top deck, you pass Patchy Polly, who's leaning over one of the rails. She kind of glances over at you and goes, "Aye, Kildek, I don't fancy this fog. Thicker than a morning mist over a lake. Strange this time of day, don't you think?"
Yeah, it's rather eerie. Maybe it's these parts of the waters. I've never been around this area.
I'll take your word for it, Kildek. She kind of goes about whatever task she was doing, but keeps an eye off into the fog and into the waters. You all make your way onto, or the 2 of you make your way onto the quarterdeck, where the helm is. Wikipedia, you're leaning down from the crow's nest. And you see the Admiral tips his hat to you and goes, "Good evening, captains. Strange weather befalls us, eh? What do you guys make of this? Looks like I've only seen fog like this roll in the mornings, where the water is cool and the air is hot. But this, for sunset, is strange."
Polly and I were actually just talking about this. We're speculating it must be just the area. Maybe this neck of the waters just is a little weirder.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to call the 2 of you up. I lost sight of the carp about... Wait. Do you hear that? I need all of you to make perception checks.
14.
9.
16.
16. Tony, you listen close. You can only hear Bug-Eye hammering away at the ship. He's been hammering at something for the last couple hours. It's been just at a pitch that's been really driving you crazy, and you're really locked onto his noise. Kildek, off the starboard, you hear the faintest of noises. Deep through the fog, you hear people talking. No, rather they're yelling. Their voices are too far off to make out what they're saying, but they still give off a certain desperation in their tone. Wikipedia, you listen real close, and from atop the crow's nest, you can actually make out a few words in the distance, and you can hear these cries, "Help! Help! Save us! Anybody out there, please, please!" And you can barely make out these words off to your starboard, to your right.
Hey guys! I think the carp needs help.
I hear shouting. Can you tell where
I
it's
don't
coming
hear
from?
anything. Well, why did we let the carp out of our sight? If they went off with our money, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm
No, I
pretty
don't
sure
think
there was
they're trying
rum
to
on
run
that
off.
bit.
Something's wrong.
Can you see anything with your spyglass?
Where are they?
Yeah, Wikipedia, you can make another perception check if you want. You can add the spyglass to this one.
The spyglass adds.
I believe it's 5.
It is 5, so it's another 16.
Okay, you look around. You think you can make out a ship off your starboard again, but behind you. But it kind of like fades in and out of the fog. But you also think you can see a ship ahead of you in the fog, still off the starboard. You can't really tell where it is based on like how thick this fog is. You hear the admiral shuts up and goes, "Maybe the carp lost their way, got ahead of us," and then looks to Tawny and Kildeck and goes, "Of course, Captain."
Do we know where they are? Can we see them?
It sounds like they're off our starboard, sir.
Okay, well let's 5 degrees starboard and see if we can see anything. Get a little closer.
Aye, Captain. He turns the wheel and begins to move, not drastically, but slightly to your starboard, moving more right heading to try to get a good look of what's making this noise.
Well, she's still sitting up in the crow's nest, and the fog is just kind of overwhelming the ship, and I no longer can see the deck of the ship anymore. I think I'm just kind of excited to be up there for a little bit, just internally, even though I know that the other ship's crying for help, but I'm just kind of like up in the clouds for a minute, just all by myself, and I was like, this is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun.
Got fun up here. Tawny, is there anything you would like to do? As ship moves? Cool, perfect. After a few minutes of travel, the quiet of the deck is pierced by a low groan, creaking of rotting wood. Off your starboard, you see what's left of a ship come into view. I need all 3 of you to make investigation checks. As the Admiral begins to bring the ship very skillfully up beside the ship, enough where you can see this derelict ship and like through the fog, but not close enough to actually strike it with your hull.
I got an 11.
An 11?
I
Perfect.
also got 11.
2 11s? 12. Okay.
I rolled an 11.
The 3 of you have been on the Guppy long enough to know that this isn't the ship of the King's Navy, nor a merchant hauler. This is a derelict pirate ship. Both of the masts have been cracked, and only tattered sails remain. You see the gilded railing has been rotten and smashed. The sides of the hull gaping with holes. And you can also see that the ship is completely devoid of a crew.
And just sailing?
It is just floating through the water. It looks like it got in some sort of wreck.
What do you guys want to do?
Based on the size of the holes on the side, it looks like it took cannon fire.
Well, I heard people shouting for help. We should probably go see if they're okay.
I mean, I guess
Maybe
they could be
blue on the
overboard.
deck.
You, just as you're saying this, you see from below deck the faintest of like candlelight. Like it's like a warm, like yellow glow, like a faint fire, lights and is kind of bobbing, casting shadows from inside the hull.
Should we go over?
Looks like someone could be in there, and someone was shouting for help.
And there could be loot on board.
Always in it for the money.
Are
Excellent.
we close enough to like put a plank across to jump over, or do we have to like move closer?
The admiral looks to you and goes, "Well, I could, if you want to look at the other ship, I could weigh anchor. We could come to a full stop here. We'll set up a plank and we'll get you across. Alternatively, we could, if you want us to be a little more on edge, I guess, Captain Tawny, we could keep moving, and the three of you could swing across, and then we'll come back around and you can swing back."
Yeah, I don't like the look of this one.
Would you like a full stop or
Are you staying on the depressed guppy Kildak?
No, we'll go. But I think maybe we should keep the ship away.
Sounds good.
Hi, Captain. If you need help, just shout, and we'll be all hands on deck.
Could be an ambush. Sounds good. Thank you, Admiral.
No worries, Captain. He pulls up nice and close to this ship, and I need the three of you to make dexterity checks for me with advantage. It's a pretty easy maneuver for how slow he's going.
21.
That beats a 10. Yeah.
19.
Perfect.
Natural 20.
Ooh, wonderful.
Wow.
Tony, you with a natural 20, I'll say you can get across the ship first. You are the first to land.
Good luck.
Give me the three of you.
Is that a
take
good
the
thing?
rope, swing, Tawny, then Wikipede, then Kildak, swing across. All with like over 18 rolls on that dexterity check, by the way. Clear across the silent waters onto the ship. Your feet land on this dark wood, like rotting wood deck. Fortunately for everybody, Kildak has dark vision, which is going to give you a much significantly larger bubble to work with on site. But you are on the deck of the ship. Tawny, you land first. You are the first to move around. What would you like to do? You see a faint glow coming through the grates in the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna head below deck. I want to go to where that candle was.
Okay, cool. You are the first one to head below deck.
Can I follow her?
Cool. Wikipedia follows. Kildak, what would you like to do?
Yeah, we're gonna go down to that light.
Okay, perfect. Nobody looks at anything on top of the ship. That's wonderful. And everyone goes.
Oh no!
We don't look around.
No
We go straight to
investigation
the light.
checks.
Like
No
bugs.
perception.
We're just like.
I'm walking very close to Tawny because it's kind of spooky over here.
I imagine we're all kind of like a Scooby-Doo gang walking through a hallway.
Yeah.
Like
That's
all
what I was
like-
picturing.
Tawny, you were the first to descend down into the bowels of this ship. You go taking each creaky step of the stairs one by one into the dark interior. The only bits of light are seeping in through the foggy exterior where there are holes in the actual hull. And as you get down there, you see the source of this faint glowing light. It's this little orb of like warm yellow light, just kind of bobbing about 10 to 15 feet above the ground. And as you see it, it quickly goes whoop, and like swoops behind a box that is like looks like it's been dragged across the floor and set on the ground.
Can I just like inch like really slowly, just like forward? Like I just want to like try to like peer open the box and see the light.
You creep forward. Make a stealth check for me real quick as you're doing that. Kildek and Wicked P, are you following Connie down here?
I wanna, yeah, like I'm down here. I wanna
follow
move
her
towards the
down
box.
there. I want to like see the light at a distance, but I don't really want to enter the room yet. I kind of have this like creeping feeling over the back of like my neck that it's like one of those fish with the light bulbs, and I kind of don't want to go near it.
Kildek, what did you say? I missed the end of what you said.
I'm gonna follow Tawny.
Okay.
Towards that box, but I only want to see what's inside the box. Like I want to break it open.
Okay. Tawny, would you roll?
An 11.
Cool. You creep over the box, and as you like come over the edge, this little orb comes up and like meets you like right to your nose, and like just before it touches you, it kind of swoops around. So you come like here, you come to the box. It like comes to meet you, and then swoops, does like a full lap around you, and then comes and hides behind this little pole near Wicked P.
Near me? No.
We can smell fear.
I want
I'm
to
still gonna-
turn back around and head towards it again.
Okay. You're gonna start creeping.
And I'm gonna back up.
Are you leaving the deck or staying below deck? Wicked P.
No, I'm just gonna back up. Like, I guess towards where they were. Down
Okay.
here.
You creep down. Tawny, you make your way back to this little orb. Kildek, what would you want to break open this box?
Yeah, like if I have some way of like prying the lid off or whatever, I want to open this box.
You pry the lid off. As it cracks open, you look down and you see a bunch of what used to be, looks like food, but it has been wet. It has rotted. It looks like that food has been in your dishwasher for way too long. Like wet, like just goop of what used to be food.
Gross.
And as you're looking down at it, you for a second you think it like bubbles and moves for a second, and then all of a sudden the bottom of the crate breaks, falls out, and a swarm of rats come pouring out of the box. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Is he close enough to me?
Yes, he is.
So you're my aura of protection, so you get a +1 on that.
Oh,
That's right.
that's a dirty 20 then.
Ooh, you
Nice!
get out of the way just in time that they don't get a sneak attack on you, and you see about 20 rats just begin to swarm out of this box and skitter across this deck.
Oh.
Tawny, are you still moving towards this light? Or as these rats come pouring, the rats are just pouring out of the box, and you see that.
I was moving towards the light.
I'm near Kildek, though. Can I take an action?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I create bonfire on top of the mush food and rats?
Yes, you
And hopefully light up more of the room now and have a reason to start a fire?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Rats are growing up in flames.
And hopefully lighting up the room.
It's gonna stink.
It's a 6.
That's it with both of them.
Yeah,
Cool.
total.
You light this pyre on the ground. These rats get incinerated. A couple of them begin to scurry towards Tawny, and some of them are just like still on fire. Their burnt fur like peeling off them. Some of them are slipping through the cracks in the grate and falling back down into the lower deck. But they are scampering towards you, Tawny.
Okay. Wait. You just told me that a bunch of rats, some on fire, are scampering towards me.
That's
And
absolutely
I
true.
feel like that is disgusting, and on instinct, she would turn into a dragon to try to hover above the ground.
Oh no.
Indoors! Is that not what you're doing? Like,
Cool. You turn.
Years of training have done her well.
Yep. Warrior princess.
Wonderful.
Getting away from the flaming rats.
That's gross.
You turn into a dragon. Your wings push out against both of the walls. You're completely taking up the whole like interior of the ship. You see some of the wood crack and break. The rats are, even if you like try to fly, your body is still well within range of these rats. You're just way bigger. They're gonna get a single attack on you. Does a 6 hit Tawny in dragon form? I imagine
doubt
not.
it.
It's gotta be over
If
10.
it does, I will be pissed.
Cool. The rats start like gnawing
not.
into your like scales, and like trying to like scamper like on your like talons and stuff, but they don't get they don't deal damage. They can't
She's
get
gonna,
they can't
like,
bite through your scales.
Move her paws, like try to like slap them.
You slap them. Cool. Make a claw attack for me and kill that. You have a full action, a full turn if you want it.
Nope.
Nope, I'm good.
Actually, you know what? I will. I'll take my gun. Just shoot the floor.
You're just gonna shoot the floor of the ship.
Well, like the floor, like around the rats. You know, I'm gonna shoot
Okay,
at
okay.
the rats. I
Okay.
imagine I'm gonna hit the floor.
Cool. Killer, you can roll a attack with your flintlock, which be the little mote of light, sweeps past Tawny, who is freaking out about these rats, scoots past your campfire or your bonfire and Kildek, and goes through the doors.
I got a 19.
A 19. Cool. You can roll damage on that. And Kildek, what'd you write?
A 1.
You can roll damage for that one too.
Oh no.
Is your shot with a gun?
Well, most of the room is taken up by a dragon, so it's hard to miss everything.
11.
Wonderful. Tawny, you take 5 points of damage as Kildek just has a glancing shot. Like he just pull out the flintlock, fires it at the ground. You are stomping on the ground. You take a glancing shot from his pistol.
Sorry, Tawny.
Just shot your wife in the foot.
Shot myself in the foot then too, huh?
So after I get hit by Kildek's bullet, and I feel like I did my thing with the rats, and once I realized that it's really just rats, I'm gonna just like pop back into my human form. It was just like a little spook.
So you are able to stomp out all the rats. You're able to get them off of your body. There are no more rats up here. Anything that you didn't get fell through the cracks in the grate. And
We got those rats, guys.
got them rats.
Good work, team.
And
Yikes.
Tawny comes back.
Can you tell we're a little on edge?
Excellent. Wikipedia, how long
When I
did your
come
bonfire
back,
last?
I'm just gonna be like shaking my hand and just like Kildek. Now that I can like scream at him. Actually, can I slap him?
Sure. You come over, you slap Kildek across the face. Kildek, you can take a point of damage. Or melee attack.
That's fair.
You shot me.
That's fair. Yep, that's fair.
The fire only lasts for a minute.
Okay, so it's still burning for like another 30 seconds. But you're the only one that saw the mote of like go into the next room. It passed like through the wooden door.
All right, guys, we're feeling good. You want to go?
Where'd it go?
Go?
It went through this door.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, I was asking Wikipede.
Where'd what go?
The light.
The light went that way, but I don't know. I think we should go that way.
Now we're not coming for the light? We're just not... I guess there's no one here to save. I guess we could just leave.
Hello? Is anyone there?
You see, when you call, the light peeks back out onto the other side. And there's like a little trill. It goes like... and then peeks back into the next room.
Absolutely going to follow the light.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be alone.
I'll stand here for a second.
Tawny goes into the next room. Wikipedia goes into the next room. Wikipedia, do you go into the next room? Right, that was a
Yeah, I didn't want to be alone. I'm going to follow Tawny.
You can move into the next room.
Oh, now I'm alone. Okay, now I'm following.
Kodak was staying with you, and you're just like, Tawny, no!
As you leave, you stand there, and you take in a second, and all you can hear is like the creaking of the wood on this ship as it's old, it's rotted, it's being like pushed by the waves, and you hear like that faintest scratch of rats clawing at the wood beneath you. As you scoot on over to the next room, and that bonfire goes away. The three of you make your way into the next room. This next room looks like it used to be like a dining hall, or rather like a meeting room of sorts. There's a big table set in it. There are no chairs. There are no scraps in here. It looks fairly clean, with the exception of this table just sitting there. You can see this little mote of light is like dancing between the legs of the table, and then floats over to this back door and begins to like trill around the door.
I want to keep going towards it and see if I can just get like close enough and just be like, hello.
Can I kind of check for traps too while she's moving absolutely. Across the room?
Killy, you can make an investigation check while she does that. Tony, you get up to this thing. Make a nature check for me.
Oh, it's a 16 investigation.
Cool. Killy, you do not see any traps in here. It looks like a run-down pirate ship.
I got a 15.
A 15. Tawny, you make out that this thing is, you read about it in books, it's called a will-o-wisp. And it's just like a little warm light that floats around. Mainly, the typical in like woodland areas. It's sometimes, some fairy tales associate it with like graveyards or like haunted forests. Sometimes they're also mistaken for fireflies, but they'll lead adventurers to treasure. It are the stories that you remember from it.
Yeah, pretty good, pretty bad. Haunted and dead things. Treasure.
I want to open that door.
You crack the door open. Inside, you see a treasure chest, which has been opened and is empty. And before you, in a waterlogged and molded throne, is a skeleton. It bears scraps of what was once a beautiful coat, and a disintegrating tricorn rests on its skull. It sits limply, legs sprawled, arm draped over the side. The other arm lays on the armrest, its fingers uncurled, and in its bony palm is a single golden coin.
So I didn't step like all the way in the room. I opened the door, and I'm gonna just like lean backwards a little bit, and I'm gonna be like, guys, you don't want to see this, but come look at this.
That's like hey, this drink is disgusting. Hey, take a sip.
Take it.
What's in this room is bad. Come in here.
Okay, I'll look. I'll take a peek around the door frame.
And you see this skeleton, its hollow eye socket staring back at you.
And I'm gone.
I'll peek in, kind of between their legs, kind of. I'd be like, there's some treasure in there.
Go get it.
Wikipedia, go peek at the coin.
Tawny kind of wants me to.
No, do not go in there. Do not grab
my
that
hand.
coin.
I'll hold your hand.
Okay, I'll hold her hand. And I'll walk in first. And I'll go get the coin.
Why?
Well, Tawny's like still kind of in the door, holding my hand. And I'm going to walk in more and get the coin. We're a little chain. We're safe. That's how this works, right?
Yeah, that's how it works. You
Get the coin.
look at this coin. Before picking it up, you see that it is not just like a scrap of gold, but it is an actual coin. It's been minted. It has like a stamp on it. But it's not. You've seen coins from like Baldur's Gate, Waterdeep. Some of them have like the king on it. Some of them have like the emblem of Waterdeep. You've seen the treasure chests that you just taken. There were some coins that have the Thayan Empire or the Thayan Union stamp, like their wizard stamp on them. This coin, it simply has what looks to be like either a figure 8 or like an infinity symbol on it. It is clearly like minted and pressed onto the coin, but it's like either an 8 or an infinity, depending on how you twist it.
Thank you, skeleton, and I'll run back.
Cool. As you pull the coin off and you go, "Thank you, skeleton," you hear a like click of bones, and the jaw snaps into place. Its head snaps down to like make eye contact at you, Wikipedia, and the hands curl back, and he goes, "Stealing a dead man's last coin? You must be a real pirate!" And at that, the ship alights. Between every crack of wood is a green glow. The walls of the ship, anywhere there was a hole, immediately fill in with new, fresh, ghastly green wood. The on the walls, torches appear. Candles, chandeliers, the whole, like a full operating pirate ship. You see beds, you see hammocks, and you hear footsteps, thump, 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 all on the top deck as people begin to move and the sails unfurl, and you hear a fully operating pirate ship come to life around you. What do you guys do below deck?
Run.
Skeleton's still animated, or did he like drop back down?
You look back, the throne is empty. It is a completely empty throne. You have this coin in your hand.
Drop the coin. Let's go.
I'll put it in my pocket. Let's head out.
What the fuck?
I was already planning to put it in my pocket right when you were saying to drop it.
You make your way onto the deck. As you come up, you're immediately bumped by ghastly pirates. You can see that they have holes in their stomach, holes in their face, skeletons. Some of them are just skulls and bones, but they are all ghastly, slightly transparent. Their clothes are all flow in the wind. Their hair in an invisible breeze as you come up. The pirates are moving around. As they see you, one of them looks around and says, "We got some live ones here!" And 3 of these pirates are going to draw their swords and move towards you. Roll initiative, all 3 of you.
Uh-oh.
Together.
13.
15.
Cool. You see these 3 specter pirates begin to move towards the 3 of you.
Did I go first?
You do go first.
God, Wikipedia's just gonna look up. Just surrounded by ghosts, I'm presuming, things that should be dead that aren't alive. I'm gonna say, your kind should not exist here. And I'm gonna pull out my pistol and I'm gonna fire at whatever one is closest to me.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Make a... He's not in 5 feet yet. So make a range attack.
That is a natural 20
Ooh.
for a 31 to hit.
Yeah, that does damage. And you're going to double your damage on this one.
What?
To confirm, is this your packed weapon?
It is a packed weapon.
Okay.
So get ready. So it does... Oh, so I rolled 8 damage, and so then we double that, so it does 16 damage.
Sweet.
Without reloading, the gun fires again, all by itself.
Ooh.
For a... 29 to hit.
Yes, that will definitely hit.
And it does 19 damage.
You fire this pistol twice. You see it hits this pirate. He goes and disappears and is dissipated into the ship.
So we can kill him.
That was a crazy high roll. Seeing the pirate go down, one of the other ones, she goes, "Get him, boys!" and jumps down from the rigging, lands between Kildak and Tawny. Another one's gonna move towards Wikipede, and the other ones on the ship begin to make their way down to you. They don't get all the way there yet. Actually, this one gets to Tawny. And then you see 2 come up from below deck after hearing the pistols and the shouts to their crewmates. The first one is going to make an attack on Wikipede. Does a... Okay, that's definitely going to hit. That is a 23 to hit. Wikipede, you take 10 points of necrotic damage. And you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Tawny.
I am going to, upon taking that damage, I'm going to boop out and disappear.
Okay.
And I rolled a 15 for that con save.
Okay, perfect. Nothing happens. Describe what happens when you boop out, as you say.
The minute that she gets hit, she kind of flinches, and in her flinch, she just disappears.
Gone. I believe you can teleport that ability as well. So
I was going to boop her in onto the other side of the ship.
The Spectre comes for Tawny, takes a swing. Tawny, you definitely move out of the way as his cutlass swings and misses past you. The other one that dropped down from the rigging takes an attack on Kildak. Does a 14 hit Kildak?
14 does hit, yes.
Okay, cool. So you're going to take 10 points of necrotic damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to have that.
Cool. Sweet. So you take 5, and then a con save.
I got a 13 for the Constitution save.
Cool. You pass it as well. You don't take anything else.
Everyone's con save was also 1+.
That's true.
Not that it mattered. You guys all passed.
But
is it all saves?
All saving
throws.
But now that Wikipede glitched away from me, I think she might be out of my... I don't know how far my thing is. She might be out of it if someone attacks her over there.
So yeah, she is definitely...
Oh yeah, I booped pretty far.
Yeah, you and Kildak are well within range. Wikipede is out. You see this pirate, she leaps from the rigging, stabs her sword into the wood. What would have been a really nasty shot on your shoulder, Kildak, you definitely dodge out of the way, and it just glances off of your shoulder pad, your pauldron, excuse me, shoulder pad. Excellent. Next up is Tawny.
Okay, so I would like to cast Moonbeam.
Ooh.
Yes.
Excellent.
I love that spell.
Go for it.
So I cast this Moonbeam, and all of the creatures that are in it must make a Constitution saving throw.
One of them passed your saving throw, and one of them failed it.
Okay. So the one that failed takes 2d10 radiant damage, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Excellent. Cool. Perfect. You can't. So roll that 2d10, and then one will take the full brunt of it, and one will take half damage.
I got a 1 and a 6.
Okay, cool. So it's a 7 total. So the first one's going to take 7 points of damage. And then the next one is going to take half that, which will be 3 points of damage. Excellent. Your moonbeam strikes down, and then it's going to affect them. At each of your turns, you can use an action to move the moonbeam. Okay. You see the clouds part, and this moonbeam drives into the ghastly ship. Even the floor seems to like part a little bit for this moonbeam as 2 of the specters go and like hiss as their arm alights in like this pale moonlight flames that come off of them. Wonderful. Tawny, do you want to move anywhere? Do you have any other thing you want to do this turn?
I'm just gonna take like a slight step back away from where these ghosts are getting hit by my moonbeam.
Cool. You take a step back from them. Perfect. You hop back to get away from them. Killneck, you are up.
Okay. This one just in front of me, he's about 5 feet, yeah?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. And no one else within 5 feet of me? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we're gonna be slashing, stabbing with the rapier.
Excellent. You can roll to hit.
18 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And then that gets sneak attack.
Oh, yes, it does.
So 27 damage.
Oh my god. You
My 3d6s came out to like 17 or something ridiculous.
Oh my god. You said 27 points of damage?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually it was 2 points away from a perfect attack.
That's crazy. So you make this sneak attack. It gets burned by the moonbeam, stumbles back, and you stab your rapier through him. As it goes through, you can tell, unlike Wikipee's bullets and unlike this moonbeam, your sword goes clean through the specter as if he wasn't even there. And as it sticks in him, he goes, "You think you're gonna hurt me with that?" And then you swipe up with him, and it goes right through his head, splits him in half, and he dissipates. Even with a resistance, you dealt twice as much damage as he
Wow.
does that.
There's no one near me, so I'm actually gonna step behind the capstan here and kind of like, just kind of like, not hide, but like prepare, like bunker in.
Sure. Absolutely. Cool. You step back, you hunker down. Wikipede, you are at the bow of the ship. I believe your invisibility drops at the start of this turn. That's right. It's at the start of your next turn.
Yep. It was just invisible just to like teleport over, and then once I land on the ship, I am fully visible again.
Cool.
But now that I am behind them, I'm gonna shoot at this guy right here,
Perfect.
which is on the left of the screen. Wikipee's right, and I'm just gonna shoot with my pistol again.
Cool.
With the 19 to hit
That will hit.
for 18 points of damage, and then without reloading, 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay, so then it doesn't fire again.
Cool. The first shot poof, hits this guy. This specter like drops down, looks wounded by this bullet, and like looks down, shocked that something that you fired at him like connected with him. Looks back at you and hisses. He takes a step towards you. The other one now wheeling around, taking a step back towards Wikipede as well. This one has to roll for Moonbeam again. He passed it, so it takes another damage. begins to move onto Tawny. 2 of these begin to close in on Tawny, and then suddenly all 4 of these specters stop where they are, swords still drawn, daggers and cutlasses, and then immediately like stop and like creep back a little bit. You feel a heavy Kildek, you feel a heavy presence behind you. You turn around, and standing on the quarterdeck at the helm is one of the most dastardly pirates you have ever seen. A bright green cloak is strapped to his chest with a bandolier of 3 flint pots. His skin no longer exists, only wisps of black smoke. What's left of his face is covered in a scraggly beard, an eye patch, and the other eye is merely a point of ghastly green light. He pulls a smoldering cigar from his mouth and shouts, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a pirate aboard our ship!" He leaps off of the quarterdeck and lands right behind you, Kildek, and draws a long saber. Not quite the finesse of a rapier, but rather almost like a cavalry saber that he pulls out. More closer to a scimitar than to a rapier. He leans into you, Kildek, and says, "Ye be in the presence of Captain Emerald." Blows a puff of smoke and death into your face and says, "In the flesh." And he motions around, and you see all of the pirates the specters keep their swords out, but leave their hunker fighting postures, lean back and all begin to laugh. You see that they don't seem to be attacking you right away. The 3 of you have a second to steel yourselves and catch yourselves if there's anything you would like to do. And you the 2 pirates come up to you, Wikipedia, stop ascending the stairs, and turn their attention back to Captain Emerald.
Ah, so good, so good.
I don't like this guy.
Kildek, is there anything you want to do face to face with this smoking black pirate?
Can I kill him? Can I shoot him?
If you would like to.
Yeah. Cool. While he's there, I'm just gonna shoot him.
Excellent. Take your shot.
11 to hit.
And 11 does not hit.
Okay.
You fire, it hits him clean in the chest, and you see it rips through the clothes, the black smoke just whisks through, and you hear it strike somewhere behind him on the ship. He cackles. "Boys, these bilge rats have stolen from our honest plunder. Should we hear their parley, or should we set an example?" And begins to take a menacing step towards you, Kildek. Is there anything the 3 of you would like to do?
Who said parlay?
He said, I said parlay.
You called parlay on yourself? Sure, you can come talk to me. If you're calling parlay, you can absolutely come talk to me.
You see Captain Emerald is going to move through Kildek, through the mast.
Don't like that.
And come face to face with Tawny and say, he comes up to you and says, "I didn't realize the Leviathan had a new captain. Tell me, who might you be on me ship?"
Aren't you the one who's supposed to say all this stuff? I mean, you're the one who called parlay. So I'm not saying that you're not following the rules. I am saying this just doesn't feel right.
He looks around at the rest of the pirates, and says, "I don't think you understand what's happening. You came on my ship. You stole me plunder.
Mm-hmm. And you called parlay.
No.
No, you did say it. I didn't
said
say
the
it.
word. I did say the word parlay. I didn't.
You
call
said, should
parlay.
we do parlay? And that.
No, should we hear your parlay?
But I didn't call for a parlay. I didn't want a
Only
parlay.
a fool would be on the Leviathan and not call parlay.